It's always an honor and pleasure for me to come to this meeting and see all of you again and to present this award. I have two purposes today, not only to present the award, but I also have a bit of sad news that I need to deliver to you. The world of neurology and of motor neuron disease has lost one of its leading lights recently. Dr. Frank Clifford Rose died last month at his home in Wiltshire. Frank was not only a longtime central figure in the World Federation and in world neurology and British neurology, but of importance to us, he was a true champion of MND. Frank organized the first meetings of the MND families in London, who formed the original MND Association in Britain and was its medical director for a number of years. And he edited a landmark book called Motor Neuron Disease, published in 1977. He was very prolific, harboring an encyclopedic interest in a vast range of neurological subjects, producing numerous books on a range of these subjects, including stroke, migraine, MS, the history of neurology, the neurology of music, amongst others, to his final opus, The History of British Neurology, published just last year. However, of enormous importance to us, it was his innovative, pivotal idea to hold an important series of single-topic scientific meetings for the first time, focused on what was then known about the specific possible causes of MND. First in Santa Cruz, then Kyoto, Brno, and then the meeting that resulted in actually defining ALS diagnostic criteria in ALS-MND. Everyone at this meeting owes an enormous debt of gratitude to Frank Clifford Rose for his contributions to ALS-MND. And even though he and I never agreed on the presumed superiority of French Bordeaux versus California Cabernets, I will miss his infectious laughter and good humor, as well as his long-time dedication to ALS-MND. We will all miss him. Now, on behalf of the International ALS-MND Alliance, the official host of this meeting, I'm privileged to present the 2012 recipient of the Forbes Norris Award. This award was created by the Alliance to honor and recognize a physician-scientist for their care and compassion in the study and management of ALS-MND. The selection committee for this award is comprised of members of the WFN and the International Alliance Board. Would you please join me in welcoming this year's honoree, who's known to all of us, Dr. Benjamin Brooks. Dr. Brooks is professor of neurology and director of the Carolinas Neuromuscular ALS-MDA Center at the University of North Carolina here in the U.S., and has dedicated his entire professional career to advancing our understanding of the pathophysiology of ALS-MND, as well as improving the clinical management and care of people with this disease. His exceptional insight has led to the development of the modern diagnostic and clinical framework for ALS, including the ALS-MND and Ehrlich-House diagnostic criteria. Amongst numerous achievements, he was instrumental in designing the ALS Functional Rating Scale, which has become the gold standard for monitoring disease progression in clinical trials. He has also focused on the functional MRI, computerized isometric measures for strength and fatigue, and quantifying bulbar function in ALS. He's contributed over 90 publications to the medical literature, and this award joins several others he has received acknowledging his care and compassion in the management of his patients. Professor Brooks truly exemplifies the spirit of Forbes Norris and is recognized by his peers as an appropriate recipient for this year's award. Congratulations.
very memorable to me because I knew Forbes Norris. He was a beacon in my career. He wrote a book on motor neuron disease when I was an undergraduate that led me to caring for ALS patients. And he had two major principles. One was that we're all stewards in the process of the care of patients with ALS, and the engine in that process of the care is the multidisciplinary team. Carolinas Medical Center team has really been looking at providing best practices, identifying best practices, and auditing these. All of the team members here are led by the nurse coordinator, Nicole Lucas, nurse Nicole Smith, Mindy Nichols, our home care coordinator, Professor Ward and Kara Cantoni, who are in occupational therapy, Scott Holstein in physical therapy, my longtime colleague, Mohammed Sanjak, who's looked at fatigue, strength, balance in ALS patients. We're all looking forward to providing more information. They all have posters and presentations here. I want to thank the Alliance for this, and I want to thank my wife for letting me spend so much time at ALS. Thank you.
We've got mentioned, and the rest of the team didn't.